I've heard about Sequelize but don't know much about it. Can you help me understand it better?
Of course. Sequelize is an Object-Relational Mapping, ORM, library for Node.js. It's used to abstract database interactions and allows you to manage SQL databases using JavaScript objects and methods. It supports PostgreSQL, MySQL, SQLite, and Microsoft SQL Server.
How do I get started with Sequelize in my project?
First, you need to install Sequelize and the relevant database driver. For example, if you're using MySQL, you can install Sequelize and the MySQL driver like this. Then, you need to set up a connection to your database. Here's a basic example.
That seems straightforward. How do I define models in Sequelize?
In Sequelize, a model represents a table in your database. You define a model by extending the model class. Here's an example of defining a user model.
How do I handle relationships between tables?
Sequelize supports all the common types of relationships: one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many. For instance, if a user has many posts, you can define this relationship like so.
What about CRUD operations? How do they work in Sequelize?
Sequelize provides a rich set of methods for CRUD, create, read, update, delete operations. Here are some basic examples. Create. Read. Update. Delete.
That makes sense. Can I do more complex queries, like joins or transactions?
Absolutely. Sequelize supports complex queries and operations. For joins, you can use methods like include. And for transactions, Sequelize provides a transaction method.
Thanks. This is really helpful. Are there any other important features or tips I should know about?
Sequelize is quite feature-rich. It supports validations, hooks, and even raw SQL queries. It's important to keep your models in sync with your database. Sequelize has methods like sync for this purpose, but be careful in production as it can lead to data loss. Also, Sequelize uses promises, which makes it compatible with modern JavaScript async/await syntax. This can lead to more readable and maintainable code.
Great. I feel much more confident about using Sequelize now. Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. Don't hesitate to refer to the Sequelize documentation for more details. It's very comprehensive and a great resource as you get more familiar with the library.